Hi, welcome to Bipolar Boxing Picks. This is Nick. Just got done watching Joyce versus Zhang. Man, where do I start? I'm going to start first of all with congratulating Zhang. That was an absolutely phenomenal performance. I don't want that to get lost in the mix here because I am absolutely going to destroy Joyce, that piece of shit. But Zhang looked absolutely great at fucking 40 years old, for Christ's sake. The guy is he didn't stop, he didn't take one step back. I mean, Joyce was doing his thing. He was fighting exactly how he fights, and I'm just telling you right now, he got exposed. He got exposed. His chin is shit. You saw the way he reacted to those punches from Zhang. Zhang is the biggest puncher he faced by far. He punched a lot harder than Chisora. But I honestly did not expect that out of Zhang. That's why I picked Joyce. It's not so much that I'm high on Joyce. I was never high on Joyce. I put a lot of money on Danny Dubois when he fought him. But it just showed Danny Dubois ain't that good either. That's all that it shows. And Zhang is a better fighter than both of them. And man, this is awesome for Zhang because, like I said in my video, if Zhang were to somehow win this fight, it's gonna do big things for his career. Everybody's gonna want to call that dude out because he's 40 years old and he just beat Joyce. So now he replaces Joyce where Joyce was at, and with everybody's eyes, like ESPN, they talk so much shit about Joyce. Last week, I was watching their telecast, and Tim Bradley was smirking at Anthony Joshua's performance because he fought smart and beat a guy like Jermaine Franklin, who, by the way, on the same level as Zhang, by the way, and dominate him. And he just said, Joyce wiped the floor at Anthony Joshua. Joyce needs to. Joyce is the best heavyweight in the world. Fuck you, Tim Bradley. You're a fucking moron. ESPN, their telecast absolutely stinks. Mark Kriegel, Tim Bradley, they're the two most biased people in boxing. And there's no accountability over there at ESPN because no one watches their telecast because it's always on this stupid app. They can't even get themselves on TV because they're too busy showing women's volleyball games on TV. Nobody wants to watch those guys. I like Andre Ward, but I don't think Ward was on the telecast tonight. But it's absolutely pathetic the way that they talked about Joyce before the fight, and then after he lost, he's like, people are gonna say, Joyce sucks. This is what happens when you fight the best in the world. Well, I didn't hear you saying anything about Zhang before this fight. So all of a sudden I'd put him up there with anybody. That's what Kriegel said after the fight. I'd put him up there with anybody. In the last fucking 20 minutes, you put him in there with anybody, but you didn't say shit about him before when he was fighting your boy Joyce. All of a sudden he beats him, and I'll put him in there with anybody. And which I hope happens. I hope like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. All these people, Wilder is definitely going to be calling him out. It wouldn't be a bad fight for Tyson Fury. It'd be a great fight for Tyson Fury if he doesn't fight Usyk. I'd give him mad props if he fights a guy like Zhang. And but I mean, Joyce is not that good. Bottom line, stop saying he's better than AJ. Like these people, they shit on AJ for his performance when he wins every fucking round in boxing, and then I'm supposed to give credit to Joyce because he fought a guy like Zhang. Anthony Joshua's been fighting like guys like that his whole fucking career. Okay, that's what happens when you fight guys that are in the top 15. But Deontay Wilder wouldn't know anything about that. Joyce wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, but this is what happens. You got exposed. You should never taken this fight in a million years. Never taken this fight in a million years. You got exposed and you fucked up your whole career because now you're 37 years old with a loss to a 40-year-old. Good luck getting back on track with that, okay? And keep talking shit about Anthony Joshua over there. Oh, I'll beat Joshua. Well, now you're going to be begging to fight Anthony Joshua next. You're going to be begging to fight him within the next couple of years. That's going to be the fight they're going to run after because now you can't get Fury. Now, Deontay Wilder ain't going to take a shot at Joyce. Joyce is still a top 10 heavyweight. But the heavyweights are so weak right now, and everybody put Joyce at number 4. They all had him at 4. They completely ignored Anthony Joshua. They completely ignored Andy Ruiz, and everybody had Joyce at number 4. And you know what? He's not there. He's levels below Anthony Joshua. He is levels below Andy Ruiz. Okay? I understand you beat Joseph Parker, but you know what? That's why you should handpick your opponents a little better after a win like that. And don't run into a guy like Zhilei Zhang. I picked Joyce for this mostly just because he was such a hot commodity. I did not think his team would allow him to fight Zhilei Zhang. And if they would have known that Zhilei Zhang was going to give this performance, there's absolutely no way they would have fought him. But they got exposed, and I don't know where Joyce goes from here. He's going to have a hard time getting a fight because he is still a decent fighter, but he's going to be way too much of a risk, and now he has no reward on his side. So, have fun with the rest of your career, buddy, because you're pretty much a 37-year-old prospect, and now you just lost to a 40-year-old. So, have fun with that. Have fun with that the rest of your career. But Zhilei Zhang, I can't say enough about how happy I am for this guy. Did I lose money betting this fight? Yes, I did. I had Joyce on the end of I had a 6-fighter parlay going, and Joyce was the last leg on it, of course. And he screwed me, but that shit happens. I can care less about the money I lost. I'm so happy for Zhilei Zhang. And but it is good for boxing. This is the one good thing I'll say about both these guys. It's good for boxing when both these guys fight. These two guys, Zhilei Zhang is a top 15 guy. Joyce fought him. You can't say anything. It's like, but Zhilei Zhang, before this fight, his stock was no higher than a guy like Jermaine Franklin. It wasn't. I mean, he had the loss against Hrgovic, but Franklin had a draw with Dillian White. Or, he had a real close fight with Dillian White. I forgot what the outcome was of that fight. But, that's a thing. I cannot stand when you guys tore apart AJ last week when he won every fucking round against that guy. Every fucking round against a top 20 fighter. And you guys could care less because all you do is worry about knockouts. What happens when your boy gets knocked out? Then you just say, whoa, he fought a tough guy. He fought one of the toughest guys in the world. And he didn't. Why weren't you saying that before the fight then? So, like I said, very happy for Zhilei Zhang. But, I don't know. That's it for boxing for tonight. It sucks it has to end like that. There's no more fights on tonight. There's a real good UFC card, which I'll be watching. But, man, it just sucks. It sucks for the heavyweight division because now, like I said, everybody's going to be clamoring over Zhang. And now, there was always just that unknown with Joyce. Like I said, I was never high on the guy. I always called him a very stiff fighter. I was like, there's something there, but I'm missing it. I was missing it the whole time. It turned out I wasn't the one missing it. Everybody else was missing the fact that that stupid style is going to catch up to him eventually. Somebody commented on my video, this Jay Foreman guy, commented on my last video, and he said eventually his chin is going to get checked. And he was 100% right. 100% right. That stupid walking forward style works when you're fighting guys like Derek Chisora, who shouldn't even have a fucking license. Okay? That works against those fighters. It doesn't work against the big Chinaman who came through and that first one he cracked him within the I think it was the second round. He hit him with a real big one. I saw Joyce react to that, and I said, he's done. He's done. Because the thing is, when you get cracked like that, you're like, okay, I gotta stand on the outside and box. Guess what? He doesn't know how the fuck to do that because he just walks through everybody like a juggernaut, like an idiot. And you got exposed tonight. So, like I said, have fun with the rest of your career, Joyce, and have fun just fighting fighters in the UK. You will never step foot in the United States for a fight because nobody's going to take the risk now. If you would have just kept on your winning streak, you should not have taken this fight. I'll just say it over and over. You should not have taken this fight. That is a shit job by Frank Warren to allow this fight to happen. Because, like I said, there's something that I didn't see in Zhilei Zhang either. I mean, I didn't like the way he looked. The guy fought to a fucking draw with Jerry Forrest, for Christ's sake. So, maybe you just looked at that. But you know what? Like, I don't get paid millions of dollars to pick apart fighters. You do. So you should have handled your fighter a little better. There's something that you should have saw that I didn't see in Zhilei Zhang, and you clearly didn't. So good luck with the rest of your career, and enjoy the fights. We'll be back next week. Have a good one.